I met my wife on the beach in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's how we used to always meet people. We'd walk up, talk to girls, and it's just such a more natural. Now everyone's just online swiping.
So guess what? It's a form of control.
And guess who invented those apps?
Guess who owns Pornhub?
Same people. OnlyFans.
Is that anti-Semitic to say that Solomon Friedman
They'll
is
say
the
it
owner
is.
of
They'll say
Pornhub?
it
A
is.
rabbi is the owner of
OnlyFans
Pornhub?
is a Jewish guy owns that too.
Is that anti-Semitic?
Probably. They'll say it is.
Now there's a category on X. If you type in Jews and pornography, you get the Al Goldstein quote.
See, I saw that quote and didn't believe it. It was so shocking to me. I had to Google it. What do you know what that quote is? I remember seeing it. That can't be real.
This was the editor of Screw magazine, which was the cutting edge of pornography in the 1960s and 70s. And he said, Jews are in pornography because Christ sucks. Yeah. That's what he said.
I think he even went further than that, but that's one of the things he said. Yeah, he just totally just shat on Christians and how he wanted to basically, I don't know that quote, but basically, just screw over America and Christ. And I couldn't believe it when I saw the quote. I'm like, that's not real. That's an anti-Semitic. That was early on when I was finding this stuff and I looked it up. And I'm just like, what?
No, that's Al Goldstein.
Well, they use porn and for warfare in Gaza, they'll flood it on their TVs against their will.
That's right.
Not Gaza, West Bank.
That's right.
That's demonic. Who's going to flood children and stuff with porn? They're just such demonic people.
Well, what it proves is that pornography is not free speech. It's warfare. Pornography is psychological warfare.
I think it needs to be pulled off online at least. I think maybe if it was hard to get, it wouldn't be such a problem. But kids having unlimited access to it, that's a problem. Because before, when we were older, you'd have to go to some weird, shady neighborhood to one of those weird beat-off booths. You knew you were a creep if you're doing that.
Absolutely.
But now kids in their rooms can just get it. It's a major problem.
I think that what we have to do, we have to talk to Elon Musk because X is full of porn.
Yeah, it's so insane.
Why are you doing
Why
this?
is he leave porn on there? Yeah.
Why are you doing this to us? This is psychological warfare. Why are you doing this to the world? Because you're the most powerful influencer on the world right now, and you're allowing pornography. It sneaks up on you every time you scroll one way or the other on X.
No,
it's insidious.
Have to see that, and kids have to see it. It says porn should not just be shoved down your face. It should be really hard to access. And I mean, I wouldn't even care if it was illegal, but I think at least it should be hard to access. I don't think when I was young it was near as big of a problem because it was hard to access. It was shameful. You didn't want to go into a store and buy porn. But now you just go on your phone.
There's Norman Podhoretz was the editor of Commentary, the Jewish magazine, and he wrote a memoir about watching porn in the 1950s. What did that mean? It means you had to rent a room.
Yep.
You had to have a 16-millimeter projector. Yeah. You had to get the film up there, and then you had all these people there watching that film.
You're doing something shameful. So weird people are going to do that.
That's a big deal. You got to, and that was when it was illegal. That was when the Catholics had a lot of power in New York. And what happened when the Jews got power? Suddenly porn's everywhere. The crucial turning point came in 1965 because the battle, Hollywood was always a battle between Catholics and Jews. The Catholics created the Legion of Decency. They beat the Jews in 1933. The Jews had gone into debt to finance talking pictures. You had the stock market crash. And then in 1933, Cardinal Doherty in Philadelphia called for a boycott of Warner Brothers theaters in Philadelphia. Harry Warner, this is the guy, Joe Breen, who was the Catholic representative. He's in the room with Harry Warner. He says, Harry Warner is crying tears as big as horse turds because he's losing $100,000 a week in Philadelphia alone. And at that point, it's threatening. That's $100,000 of 1933 money. That's serious money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
1 week, 30. You're losing that in a week. It's going to spread to Chicago. It's going to spread to New York, every big Catholic city. And so the Jews capitulated, and they put in the production code. And for 33 years, you couldn't have nudity. You couldn't ridicule the clergy, and so on and so forth. Then in 65, the Jews saw their moment of opportunity. They tried it in 64. With a sex farce called Kiss Me Stupid with Dean Martin and Kim Novak. Didn't work. So what do they have? What's the big weapon? The Holocaust. And they come out with a Holocaust porn film called The Pawnbroker. And The Pawnbroker is basically the Jewish guys in New York got a pawnbroker, and a black prostitute comes in, takes off her shirt, bare breast on the screen. You broke the code. And I did this research with primary documents. The Legion of Decency, Monsignor Little writing to Eli Landau, who's the producer of The Pawnbroker, and Monsignor Little says, shoot it from the back. So the prostitute
about-
takes off her shirt, but you see her back,
Yeah.
and then you can have Rod Steiger's face in the frame, and he can act for a change.
Yeah.
Okay, and you got this much more powerful scene. No, the purpose was to break the code
They
and
used
get
the
tits on the
Holocaust to get
screen.
tits in. It's so crazy, and they did that multiple times.
And so from there, you go directly to within 6 years, you got Deep Throat, you got hardcore porn on major run theaters. That was how the Jews broke the power of the Catholic Church in America.
Like, why do you think the Jews did for money? Like, why do they push porn so heavy?
Read the Jewish revolutionary spirit, okay? And you
do that.
understand what Jewish identity is. It's rejection of logos. Logos is the Greek word for reason, for order, the order of the universe. Once Jesus Christ is the logos incarnate. If you kill Jesus Christ, you're attacking logos, which is the order of the universe. What do you call someone who attacks the order? They're a revolutionary. That's their identity. Any place you have a Jew, you allow a Jew in, he will work to overturn the order in whatever state accepts him. Go back in history, look
Every
through
government.
it.